Okay, so good morning to all. Let's start the today's session. Okay, so let's start the today's session. So in last lecture, what we learned? Okay, we learned about the synchronization of alternator. So suppose why it is required. Suppose you have an alternator and you have to connect. Suppose you are working on a company like Reliance, Adani. They are developing a new power plant. Generally, in Reliance in Jamnagar, they are starting with a new power plants by using the wind and solar. Okay, so the energy which is generated that we have to feed in a line. Okay, Reliance or Adani, they do not have then their own transmission line and distribution line. Okay, so what they have to do, they have to use the transmission line and the distribution line already, which is there and made by the governments. Okay, so they have to synchronize their power or generating power or alternator with our line. Okay, so generally in wind and solar we do not have alternators actually. Okay, they have the inverters. In wind power plant we have the AC generator, which is most of the time induction generator. It is not a alternator, means synchronous machine. And in solar we do not require any alternating machine. Okay, it generates only DC and we required one inverter which convert that DC into AC. And again, but we have to synchronize that with our bus bar. Okay, so we have to match the frequency, we have to match the voltage, we have to match the phase sequence, we have to match the phase difference. All the things we have to match. So that's why this synchronizing is very much important. Okay, so the synchronization of one single phase alternator that we already learned in the last lecture, means yesterday's lecture. Today we have to learn about the synchronization of the three phase alternator. Again, it is same. Like a single phase, we have a two method. By using lamp, we have two method. One is all dark method, means all my three lamps. Okay, because it is three phase. So I have three lamp. I am connecting that three lamp with a three phases. So all three dark method means all lamps are dark. Then second one is two bright, one dark method. And the best method is by using a synchroscope. Okay, so synchroscope is a device which is used to synchronizing the two system. Okay, alternator in a bus bar or two alternators. So let's see about this. So first of all, this figure is common. See, you can see here the figure number B we are using for the all dark method, and figure number C we are using for two bright, one dark method. But if in an exam, if they are asking you to write down any one, so suppose if you want to write down all three dark methods, then you have to draw only this B. You do not have to draw this C also. And suppose if you want to write down two bright and one dark, then you do not have to draw this alternator B. You can only draw this alternator C. Okay, समझ में आ रहा है? Simply क्या है, ये फिगर में दोनों दिया गया है, फिगर नंबर B and figure number C. ये alternator B we are synchronizing, ये synchronize करेंगे with alternator 1 by using three dark method. और ये figure number C means alternator C हम synchronize करेंगे by using two bright, one dark method. So आप अगर लिख रहे हो only three dark, तो आपको ये B ही draw करना है. और अगर आप लिख रहे हो two bright, one dark, then आपको ये C ही draw करना है. It is not compulsory to draw all three. Okay. For the exam point of view. Now you can see, first of all, we are using the three dark method. Okay, so here we are using or focusing on our alternator B only. We are not talking about alternator C. So now my alternator A is already connected with a bus bar, or it is already synchronized with a bus bar, you can say. Now I want to connect my alternator B. So you can see here we are using 3 lamps. So these 3 lamps, one is connected with the bus bar R phase, and another point of the lamp is connected with the alternator's R phase. Okay, this is the bus bar R phase. So my lamp one terminal is connected with the bus bar R phase, and another terminal is connected with the alternator R phase. This is the alternator R phase denoted by R dash, Y dash, B dash, and the bus bar is known as the RYB. So RYB is the phases of the bus bar. R dash, Y dash, and B dash is the phases of the alternator. So lamp 1 is connected one terminal with the bus bar R, another terminal with the alternator R. Same way Y phase, lamp 2 is connected with the Y phase of the bus bar and Y dash of the alternator. And lamp 3, B phase of the bus bar and B dash of the alternator. Okay. So here dash is missing, you can see an alternator A is already connected to the bus bar, that you have to write down. Alternator B is to be synchronized by using 3 dark method. Lamp L1, L2 and L3 are connected across R dash, Y dash and B dash of the synchronizing switch. So this is my synchronizing switch, where RYB is the bus bar terminals and R dash, Y dash and B dash are the terminals of the R dash, Y dash and B dash is the terminal of the alternator. Okay, alternator B. So you have to remember this thing. Now, suppose all the things are very much properly. Bus bar voltage is equal to the alternator voltage. Bus bar frequency is matched with the alternator frequency. The phase sequence of the bus bar and the phase sequence of the alternator. All the things are correct. Then what we have to do? We have to just push the synchronizing switch to synchronize my alternator B with our alternator A, or you can say bus bar. So here it is written. The voltages of the bus bar of the incoming alternator are shown vectorically in figure number 2. Let me show you. This is my figure number 2 phasor diagram. So now you can see R dash, R dash, Y dash, B dash, all the things are perfectly same. Okay. So all the voltage across the lamp are 0. So my all the lamps getting the 0 voltage, so all the lamps are become dark. Okay, because voltage remains same, frequency remains same, the phase sequence remains same, all the things are remain same. So all the things are correct. The voltage across all the 3 lamps will be 0. And as there is a no voltage across the lamp, it is dark. So that's why this method is known as the 3 dark method. All the 3 lamps are dark. So under this condition, what we are doing? All the lamps are completely dark, and this is the ideal condition to closing the synchronizing switch. This is the ideal condition to closing the synchronizing switch. So we are closing the synchronizing switch, and my alternator B is synchronized with the bus bar when all the things are correct. But suppose some things are not correct. Let's say we have 2 conditions. Either my voltage is not same, my line voltage is different, or bus bar voltage is different, and my alternator B voltage is somewhat different. Then what will be happen? And suppose my line frequency or bus bar frequency and my alternator frequency is not same, then what will be happen? So let's see that. So when the frequency of the incoming alternator is different from the bus bar frequency, so what will be happen? So first we have 2 cases. Voltage is different, frequency is different. So here in case number 1, let's say only the frequency is different, all other things are remain same. Okay, only frequency are different. Let's say voltage remains same, the phase sequence, phase difference, both, all the things are remain same of the bus bar and the alternator. Simply the frequency is different. Then what will be happen? Okay. Remaining conditions are satisfied, then 3 lamps will flickering in unison. Unison means same. So all the 3 lamps are starting flickering. Okay, flickering means start, stop, start, stop, start, stop. And what is the speed of the flickering? Again, we are already learning the single phase alternator. The speed of the flickering is the difference between two frequency. Frequency of bus bar and frequency of alternator. उसका जो डिफरेंस है उतनी हमारी स्पीड रहेगी फ्लिकरिंग की. So now you can say at instant when the frequency of incoming alternator, suppose incoming alternator means my alternator B is less than the bus bar frequency. Let's say my bus bar frequency is 50 and my incoming alternator means B alternator frequency is 49. So there is a difference of frequency of 1 hertz. Okay. Then voltage across all the 3 lamps are shown in a figure. Now you can see. So if all the things are correctly, perfectly, then this is my vector diagram. But suppose my frequency is different. Okay, suppose my frequency is different, then this is my vector diagram. Here it is my R phase. So R is the bus bar and this is R dash. It is the voltage of alternator. Okay, so there is some gap between these two. So there is some voltage across the lamp. So phasor diagram when voltages remain same, but the phase sequence is again correct, but F2 is less than F1. F2 is the frequency of alternator. F1 is the frequency of bus bar. So the frequency of the flickering depends upon the difference between the frequency of alternator B and the bus bar frequency. So it is FB minus FS. So there is a flickering. Suppose I want to reduce the flickering, then what I have to do? Suppose bus bar frequency is 50. My alternator frequency is 49. So I want to increase the frequency. So how can I increase the frequency? Simply, I have to increase the speed. Just yesterday we learned about the equation of frequency. Equation of frequency F is equal to PLS by 120. Pole is remain constant. So what is in my hand? Only the speed. So by controlling the speed, we can control the frequency. So now you can see here. However, the phase sequence is not correct. The 3 lamps will flicker one after the other. Suppose if the phase sequence is also not same, then first of all, my first lamp will flicker, then second, then third, again first, second, third, like this. Okay. But generally here in our case, the phase sequence, let's say it is same. Okay. So, अगर phase sequence same नहीं है, then what is the phase sequence means? We are not connecting R with R, Y with a Y, and B with a B. Then what we have to do is we have to simply change two lead. Okay. The phase sequence should be corrected by interchanging any two leads. Okay. Then the phase sequence will remain same. And suppose we want to increase the frequency. So what we have to do? We have to adjusting the speed of the prime mover. We have to adjust the speed of the prime mover. If you want to increase the frequency, the prime mover speed will be increased. And if you want to decrease the frequency, the speed of the prime mover will be decreased. Okay, so first case, frequency is not same. And once the frequency is matched, again we can switch the synchronizing switch. We can close the synchronizing switch. Now second case, suppose voltage is not remain same. Most of the time two things are same. Voltage not same, frequency not same. So frequency will control by the speed of the prime mover. Voltage will control by the voltage of the field winding, excitation of the field winding. If you increase the excitation of the field winding, your generated voltage is increased. If you decrease the excitation of the field winding, your voltage will be decreased. So by controlling the excitation, we can control the voltage. By controlling the speed of the prime mover, we can control the frequency. So second case, if the voltage of the incoming alternator is not equal to that of the bus bar voltage, okay, and the other condition are fulfilled. Now in this case, let's say my frequency is same, my phase sequence is same, all the things are same, but now voltage is not same. And if there is no voltage is not same, so all the lamps will flow with a equal brightness, because there is a voltage difference. There is a voltage difference between lamp 1, lamp 2, and lamp 3. So all the lamps will be start brightness. Okay, and the brightness of all the lamps is same. Okay. The ideal condition can be achieved by how we can achieve the ideal condition means the voltage will be same by adjusting the excitation of the incoming alternator B. If you control the excitation, you can easily control the voltage. Okay. So these are the 3 dark lamp method. But what is the drawback? As same as a 1 dark method for the single phase alternator. Suppose you have a 220 volt lamp. If you are giving a 20 volt only, then also this lamp is dark. If you give 30 volt, then it will be dark. But suppose if you give a 40, 45, it will start some brightness. So that is the drawback. If there is some minimum voltage difference is there, then also all the lamps will be dark. Okay, so that is the drawback of the dark lamp method. Now you can see what is the disadvantage is that lamp can be dark even though a considerable voltage may exist across its terminal. If there is some voltage, then also that lamp will be dark. Okay, there is some voltage difference, then also there is the lamp will be dark, and that is the drawback of this method. So how we can remove this drawback? So instead of all dark lamp method, what we are doing? We are going to the second method, which is known as the 2 bright, 1 dark. Okay. Now we are going for this method. So how? Simply just we are interchanging the terminal. 2 bright, 1 dark. So my lamp L1, you can see the figure and tell me which lamp will be dark and which lamp will be bright. फिगर जोइने क्यों फिगर देख के बताओ मुझे कि कौन सा लैंप है वो डार्क रहेगा और कौन से 2 लैंप है वो ब्राइट रहेंगे. L2 dark, L1, L3 bright. L1 dark. L1 is dark. Why? See, it is connected same manner here. You can see connected between R and R dash. But my L2, Y, B dash. So there is some voltage. Okay, કારણ કે B અને Y નું તમે વેવફોર્મ ડ્રો કરો તો હંમેશા ચેન્જ જ હોય. So this is bright and my L3 it is connected B and Y dash. Okay, so when the voltage is same, R is equal to R dash, then L1 will be dark. But L2 and L3 will not dark. Why? Because it is connected between YB dash, BY dash. So there is some voltage between these 2 lamps. So here in this condition, my L1 is dark. Sorry. My L1 is dark, but L2 and L3 remain bright. Okay. Because of the connection. Here, this symbol is for dash. So now you can see, now we are using the alternator C. We are synchronizing our alternator C with a 2 bright, 1 dark method. 2 bright, 1 dark method. So here is the connection. L1 is connected between RR dash, but L2 is connected between YB dash, and L3 is connected between BY dash. Okay, you can see in here figure. Okay. So जब वोल्टेज सेम हो जाएगा तीनों का, then my L1 will be dark, but L2 and L3 give the brightness. Okay, so that's why this method is known as the one dark, two bright. There is a method also three bright. Then you can connect R with a Y, Y with a B, B with R. So all the three lamps will be bright. Okay, but we are using this only. So now you can see this is my O. Now you can see the lamp connected between. Here in that case, you can see this lamp is connected with B dash, Y dash, R dash. But here the first lamp will be same R dash. But now the second lamp is connected between BY dash and third lamp will be connected between YB dash. You can see the figure. First lamp it is same R dash because it is dark. Now second lamp it is connected B dash Y. So YB dash and third lamp is connected between BY dash. So the figure is different. Okay. Vector diagram. So now the bus bar voltage OR, this is okay. OR, OY and OB, and the voltage across the incoming alternator is OR dash, OY dash, OB dash. So bus bar na voltage है RYB and the incoming alternator voltage is R dash, Y dash, B dash, and O is neutral, so we are taking as a reference OR, OY, OB, OR dash, OY dash, OB dash. Okay. Then if the voltage are equal, again same first method, if all the things are correct, okay, ત્રણ કેસ જોવાના છે દરેક વખતે. Okay, तीन કેસ ही देखते हैं. All things are correct, so we can close the synchronizing switch. Second, voltage is not same, and third, frequency is not same. Okay, you have to write down for all the three, and the method is common. Voltage is not same, increase the excitation, decrease the excitation, it will be same. Frequency is not same, increase the speed or decrease the speed, frequency is same. All the things are same, close the switch. ત્રણ જ વસ્તુ હંમેશા લખવાની. સાત આખો એટલે નહીં, ખાલી કે explain enlist the different method of three phase alternator, explain any one. તો કાં 3 dark લખો, કાં 2 bright 1 dark લખો, કાં synchroscope. પણ synchroscope જનરલી અલગથી પૂછે. બાકી આમાંની ગમે એક લખવાની. આ બધી બે નહીં લખવાની. Okay, ત્રણ જ વસ્તુ સમજાવવાની છે. જો in case number 1 you can see here, if the voltage are equal, frequency identical and phase sequence is correct, मतलब બધું સરખું છે. So the voltage across L1 will be 0, so it is dark, but the voltage across L2 and L3 is not 0. There is some voltage between L2 and L3 which is known as the line voltage VL. So under this condition my L1 will be dark and L2 and L3 will equally bright. So that's why this method is known as the two bright, one dark method. And this is the case, then you close the synchronizing switch. Okay, then you have to close the synchronizing switch. So the ideal condition for closing the synchronizing switch. Now suppose somewhat will different. Now you can see here. So first of all, let's say frequency are different. Okay, we have to talk always two things, frequency and voltage. Let's say the frequency of alternator are different from the bus bar frequency, remaining condition are fulfilled. Okay, जब भी है आपको क्या लिखना है, one thing is same, so frequency is same, then voltage will be different. And suppose frequency is different, remaining all things are same. Okay. Then the three lamps starting the flickering. Okay, when the frequency is not same, the flickering will be started. And the speed of the frequency again depends on the difference of the frequency. Okay, speed of the flickering, કેટલી સ્પીડમાં ફ્લિકર થાય છે કોના ઉપર ડિપેન્ડ કરશે? It will depend on the what is the difference between two frequency of bus bar and frequency of alternator. Okay, then the three lamps will flicker alternately, one after other. પેલા L1 flicker થશે, પછી L2, પછી L3, again L1, L2, L3, or L3, L2, L1. This is the L1, L2, L3, L1, L2, L3, L1, L2, L3. This is the order of the alternating of the frequency. Okay. So there can be two different conditions. Okay, there two different conditions for the frequency. One, either my frequency is high. So when my frequency is high, when my alternator is running too, my alternator speed is high. The second case, suppose my alternator speed is low, then my frequency is low. So we have two conditions. Either my incoming alternator is running too fast or too slow, then there is a change in frequency. If it is running too fast, then my frequency is higher compared to the bus bar. And suppose if it is running too slow, then my frequency is lower compared to the bus bar. So here there is two cases. Here we have two cases. Omega 2 greater than omega 1 and omega 2 less than omega 1. Let's see that. So if the alternator, incoming alternator speed is too fast, so any speed બહુ વધારે, then frequency is higher. So my F2 is higher than F1. So my omega 2 is the speed of alternator greater than omega 1 is the speed of alternator A, which is already connected. Then the vector diagram R dash, Y dash, B dash will rotate faster than RYB. So R dash, Y dash and B dash, it is faster than RYB. એટલે આગળ છે જો. Because of this, voltage across lamp 1 is increased, voltage across L2 is decreased, and okay, again the voltage across L3 is increased. Okay, so voltage across L1 and L3 is increased, but voltage across L2 is decreased in this case. So you can see here the figure number A and B. Okay, so you can see here this figure representing two instants A and B. What A and B? A and B. The lamps will then become brighter or flicker one after the other. Either bright થાય or flickering કરે. And what is the order? L3, L1, L2, again L3, L1, L2 means you can see L1, L2, L3, L1, L2, L3, L1, L2, L3. So this is the triangle for that. Now suppose second case. So in that case, two bright and one dark lamp method, the sequence of the filtering of the lamp will indicate whether the incoming alternator is too fast or too slow. And according to that, what we have to do, we have to adjust the speed. Okay, sequence indicate क्या करेगा? What sequence indicate? Either your alternator speed is high or your alternator speed is low, and according to what we have to do, we have to control the speed of the alternator. And if we control the speed, flickering will be reduced, and once the flickering will be zero, one lamp will be dark, two lamp will be bright, we have to close the synchronizing speed. Now second case, suppose voltage is not same. And suppose the phase sequence is not correct, again phase sequence correct nahi hai, then what we have to do? Interchange two terminal. Then what we have to do? Interchanging any two leads, means any two terminal. Then we have to close the synchronizing switch. And third case, suppose voltage is not same. So you can say the voltage of the incoming alternator is not equal to the bus voltage. Then all the other are same. Then what we have to do? We have to change the excitation. We have to change the excitation to increase or decrease the voltage. Okay. Now you can see when flickering frequency is minimized to 0, my L1 is totally dark, L2 and L3 are equally bright, and this is the ideal condition to close the switch. Okay. So this is the two bright, one dark method. Badhama common theory છે. But this method are only used for the low voltage alternators. Okay. Because if there is a high difference, high voltage difference between two lamps, the lamp will be blown. Okay. Because bus bar voltage is around 11 kV and my alternator voltage is also 11 kV. And if there is a voltage difference between 2000 volts, my lamp will be blown. So this method is only used for the small and low voltage alternators. If you want to synchronize high voltage alternators, then what we are using? Then we are using the synchroscope. So synchroscope is almost invariable use for the synchronizing. Okay. So up to this, if anyone having any doubt, you can ask me a question. And those who are attending the session online, if you have any doubt, you can ask me a question on chat. Now, what is synchroscope actually? So this is the synchroscope. Okay, it having a 3 terminal. Again, it is used for the synchronization. So let's say this is my bus bar voltage and this is my alternator voltage. Or you can consider this is my alternator voltage and this is my bus bar voltage. Beina voltage is apela. And according to the difference, it will rotate either clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. Then we have to change the excitation, we have to change the voltage to reduce the speed of the alternation. Okay, वो fast अगर rotate कर रहा है, then we have to reduce the frequency, we have to reduce the speed, we have to increase the excitation, and once it will be stopped or come at the perfect point, then we have to close the switch. Once we are closing the switch, it is synchronous.
Motor in principle. It has two ports connected across any two faces, say red and yellow, of the incoming machine.
So red is connected with red, yellow is connected with yellow, and blue wire is connected with blue.
Red
so
and
RYB
yellow
of the
in the
alternator
switchboard
and the
bus bars.
bus bar is same connected
The armature
here. You can
consists
see.
of two parallel windings. A resistance is connected in series with 1/2 windings. An inductance is connected in series with the other half winding as shown. The inductance is provided to shift the current flow through itself.
લેક્ચર ચાલુ થયો ત્યારનો બાર જ જો એમ તો ઈ જ જોઈ
by 90 degree relative to current in the resistance provided.
So we are having again RNA.
These currents
So
are
there is
fed
a
to the
L is
two
provided
armature
between a
windings.
90-degree phase difference between
They
voltage and
produce
current.
in them a rotating magnetic field in combination with
Again, it is working as, let's say, induction motor, AC motor. Okay. So when you are giving the supply, so it having a supply from the both sides, and according to the difference, the rotating magnetic field is created. So suppose bus बार ना voltage વધારે હોય તો એનું magnetic field વધારે હશે. Okay, अगर bus बार की voltage ज्यादा है तो its magnetic field is higher. So let's say my synchronous is rotating clockwise. But suppose let's say my alternator voltage is higher compared to bus bar. So its magnetic field is higher compared to the bus bar. So let's say my synchronous is rotating anti-clockwise. So this synchronous is also rotating in clockwise direction also and anti-clockwise direction also. According to the difference between the voltage, the rotating magnetic field is created. And once the magnetic field is same of the both, it will be steady. And when it will be steady, close the switch.
the field in the poles. The polarity of the poles will alternate north-south according to changes in red and yellow phases of the incoming machine. The rotating field will react with the poles and rotate the rotor clockwise or anti-clockwise. Simultaneously, synchronous scope pointer rotates. The rotation of direction of the synchronous pointer is determined by the speed or frequency of the incoming machine.
See, it is.
If the pointer rotates in anti-clockwise, the speed or
Focus on the
frequency of
pointer.
the
Why
incoming
it will
machine.
be rotated? Okay, that only you have to write down in a
If the
theory. One
pointer
it will be
rotates
asked.
in anti-clockwise direction, it means that the frequency of the incoming machine is less.
So anti-clockwise for that means frequency of
If the
incoming
pointer
machine means
rotates in
alternator is
clockwise
less.
direction, it means that the
If it is
frequency of
rotated
the
clockwise,
incoming
what that
machine is
means?
more.
The frequency of my alternator is higher compared to
Command
bus
to
bar.
close the incoming alternator breaker is given at about 11 o'clock position when the pointer is rotating in the clockwise direction. Command to close the incoming alternator breaker is given at about 1 o'clock position when the pointer is rotating in the anti-clockwise direction. This will make the machine getting connected to bus bars exactly when the pointer reaches the 12 o'clock position of the synchronous
Means
scope.
same position. Then we have to close the switch. So let's learn about the synchronoscope, how it will be worked, and then we will end the session. Okay.
Okay, so this is module number 1. We're going to work at connecting generators to the grid. So in our last section, we left off.
So the best method is to use the synchronoscope. Okay, so you can see the high voltage alternators are generally synchronized by using the synchronoscope. Okay, so what is synchronoscope? Again, it is a one type of instrument with a rotating pointer that we already saw. Either it will be rotating in clockwise or it will be rotating in anti-clockwise direction according to the difference between the frequencies. And it having a fixed index. The pointer indicates whether the incoming machine is slow or fast. What pointer indicates? Either my incoming. See, alternate bus bar is already there. What we have to do, we have extra machine which we have to connect with the bus bar. So extra machine which we are connecting with the bus bar, that is known as the incoming machine. Okay. So what pointer indicates either my incoming machine or alternator which I have to connect, either it is slow or fast. So in fact, it shows the precise instant, perfectly instant it will be give when we can close the synchronizing switch. Okay, instant of synchronization when the paralleling switch should be closed. So synchronoscope are manufactured by the various design. Okay, by using the various principles. Okay, you already learned in the measurement. No, measurement. You have a measurement in 6th sem. But we have the numbers of methods by using a instrument which we have, analog instrument. We have, let's say, permanent magnet moving coil instrument. We have electromagnetic instrument. We have Hall effect instrument. Okay, that all the things you have to learn in a 6th semester, because in 6th sem you have the subject electrical measurement and measuring instrument. Okay, so it have a polarized vane type instrument, it have a moving iron type instrument also, it having cross coil type instrument also. So it will be having a different instrument we have. Okay, different types of working principle we can use. Okay, in a simplest form, a synchronoscope utilizes split phase arrangement to give a rotating field which is excited by the incoming alternator. Same principle of a induction motor, you can say. So it creates the rotating magnetic field. So now you can say when the two machines are different in frequency, that we already seen. When the frequency is different, again two possibilities are there. Either my frequency of alternator is higher than the bus bar, or my frequency is lower than the bus bar. Then we are using the reaction of the two fields produce rotation. So magnetic field is there, and due to there is a two reaction theory, and due to this rotation is produced. So again rotation either clockwise or anti-clockwise. So a pointer connected to the rotor moves over the dial phase and indicates the phase position of the alternator. In this method, the parallel operation of two additional bus bars known as the synchronizing bus bar are necessary, by means of which synchronoscope is connected to the potential transformer. You can see the figure. So we required one synchronizing bus bar also, and this is my potential transformer, and this is my synchronoscope which is connected by using this potential transformer. Okay, so once it will be steady, then and then we have to close the synchronizing switch, but here we are not using any lamps. Okay, we are not using any lamps. The secondary winding of the potential transformer are connected by the synchronizing bus bar. So we have two bus bars, you can say. One is the synchronizing bus bar, in which we are connecting our synchronoscope. Okay. Now the greater will be the movement of the pointer. What it indicates, the incoming alternator runs slower, the pointer rotates anti-clockwise direction. Agar speed increases, then we have to reduce the frequency. If it is clockwise direction, then we have to increase the speed to control the frequency. And once it will be stable, then we have to close the synchronizing switch. So this is the working principle of the synchronoscope. Okay, so this is the different methods by using which we can synchronizing our three-phase alternators. Okay, so this is the synchronization of the alternator. Okay, so that's all from my side. If anyone having any doubt, you can ask me a question on chat. Otherwise, I request all of you, please write down your enrollment number in a chat for the attendance. you already written the enrollment number, if you want to leave, you can leave the session.